What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going through and replacing my rear passenger shock absorber. So a couple weeks ago, I got in my car and went to go drive somewhere, and I noticed the ride quality just wasn't the same. I was bouncing everywhere. I could hear something slapping, and it just wasn't good. So when I got home, did a little bit of digging around, and I found out that my rear passenger shock had actually just like seized up. It was the weirdest thing. It just happened overnight. But so that side, it's really stiff. It's not flush and floated like it's supposed to be. Versus the other side, which is still good. So it's kind of loosened up since then, so it's not as bad anymore. But I'm still just gonna go through and replace it since I have the new shock now. So that's what we'll be doing today. Okay, so this is the driver's side. This is how it's supposed to flow, nice and fluent. And this is the passenger side. There's no play in the suspension whatsoever. Okay, so this should be a pretty straightforward install. I looked at a couple videos on how to do it. I have my 16mm ratchet and a 16mm wrench and a pair of pliers. But first we gotta jack the car up, get the wheel off. So let's start there. Okay, so now that the wheel's off, I'm gonna just show you what we have under here. So there's the two bolts up there that we have to get through, and then there's two right here. Put the wrench on one side and use the ratchet for the other side. So get those off, start with the bottom, get those off, and then we'll move to the top, and then the shock assembly should come out. Okay, so now we have the old shock out. You can really tell what I was talking about. You go to compress it down, it just stays there. It doesn't push back up like it's supposed to. Whereas I have the new one, push it down, it goes right back up. So that's just the difference. It's probably just old, so we're gonna get that replaced. We're gonna have to transfer the hardware from this one onto the new one. So let's do that now. So now we have the head off the old one. We're gonna transfer it over to the new one. Just tighten everything down. Okay, so everything is back on the new one, and just as a note, I had to use PP Blaster on everything because everything was pretty tight on there. So if you ever decide to do it, make sure you soak your bolts in PP Blaster before. But now that everything's on the new shock, we're gonna go ahead and reinstall it, and we should be good to go. put everything back together, so it's all good to go. It's nice and bouncy like the other side, like it's supposed to be. So yeah, that's gonna be into that. It wasn't too hard of an install. The hardest part was, like I mentioned earlier, having to put PB Blaster on all the bolts because they were all stuck on there really well. So if I did that ahead of time, it's not bad at all. But make sure you guys stay tuned. Next video, we're gonna be going through another issue I'm having with the car. It actually won't start right now. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. That's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And, thank you guys.